Hello, welcome to this educational vlog in which we'll be discussing the target demographic for the film we have been looking at, which is iRobot. Before we start with this, we will need to know what demographic means in order to gain a full understanding. The definition of it is studies of a population based on factors such as age, race, sex, economic status, level of education, income level and employment, among other factors. Demographics are used by governments, corporations and non-government organisations to learn more about a population's characteristics for many purposes, including policy development and economic market research, which is what 20th Century Fox have done. Or putting this in a more simple and relatable terms, a demographic is what 20th Century Fox considered the target audience for this film would be in the pre-production stage, and how they would market and promote it in order to gain popularity and profit for it. Let's take a look at the mood board that I composed for the film and the target audience. This is something that 20th Century Fox would do when looking for an ideal audience. On this we see the general information about the audience and the lifestyle choices that NRS have categorised. The NRS, or National Readership Survey, is a non-profit but commercial British survey concerned with monitoring, analysing and providing estimates on the number and nature of people who read Britain's newspapers and consumer magazines. They would be assumed to make. Target demographic for this film would be ABC1. This means that the people have a disposable income to spend on leisure activities, such as watching films. The lifestyle of the people that this film would appeal to would be urban ventures, as it is the age range that the film fits for. John Hartley and Yen Ang suggested that producers create invisible fictions or imaginary entities before creating a media product. This means that in the very early stages of production, the company are already visualising what the ideal audience will be. Now that we have an understanding of this, let's look at what the ideal audience for the film iRobot is. We've already discussed the genre, but let's reiterate. It is a hybrid cross between a thriller and futuristic. This film is intended for young adults in between the ages of 15 and 25. This is made obvious by the content of the film, such as action and violence, which appeals to this age range. The gender divide for this film is about 70-30 in favour of males. Carl Rogers said that people look up at members of the media as ideal selves and ideal partners. In the film iRobot, our lead protagonist Will Smith is what the predominantly male audience will see as an ideal self and a role model, while the minority audience of females will see him as an ideal partner. Richard Dyer speaks about star personas, and this is what Will Smith is in the film iRobot. Males seem interested in thrillers because of the use of action and violence, as these are what make it interesting and exciting. We see an example here. Females are usually attracted to thrillers because they like to watch something that plays questions in their head, wondering what will happen next. iRobot is a good example of this because the plot has an unexpected twist which we see revealed. When 20th Century Fox are making the film, they might make a character profile for what they want the target demographic to be. An example: name, Mike, age, 19, from England. General overview. Mike is a big film fanatic. He spends the majority of his time watching all the big blockbuster films in cinema. He also collects most of them on DVD. Interests and hobbies. Mike is into video games, guitars, dirt bikes, and a lot of general teenage stuff. He also likes going to the local shopping centre with his friends to buy clothes or eat fast food and to socialise. He also has a part-time job that he gets enough money to spend on leisure activities. This is an example of the ideal person for the film iRobot, and where they would think about advertising. This is the type of thing that 20th Century Fox will take into account when they make a new film in order to know where to advertise. Back to the mood board, we see the types of brands that this person might be interested in, and we can look at where advertising and product placement could be done. The reason that people will watch the film iRobot is for escapism. This means that they wish to relax and get away from their general lives. Dennis McQuail.